Hey, good morning, everybody. How's everything going? I know it's been a minute, but one coach's opinion. Just been a little busy trying to do a few things. But this one's for my man Terrence, because we had a little conversation on Facebook. And, a lot of people ask and stuff and talk about it concerning MittWork, and fighters' preparation and stuff like that. In my opinion, MittWork, pad work, if you're working on sticks, whatever you're doing, it's just a coach. In my case, I'm just showing a guy or female what they're capable of doing. That they could roll this way, that they could come off this, that they could blend the body head in, they could throw a three-piece body head, slip up hook, step back. Now, does this necessarily mean they can land this on anybody? Not necessarily. I mean, it can be done. I won't say it can't be done, but, 2 or 3 of the combinations at one time, yeah, it can be landed on somebody. And, my fighters have proven it, that it can be landed on a guy, But that's all it is, And a guy was saying, he was actually telling me that he felt that, MittWork was choreographed, and to a degree, I mean, if you call commanding a three-piece, which the average fighter knows how to throw, or sure, you add your own little combinations. Mine is more puzzle pieces. It's just puzzle pieces put together in different ways. It's not like the same. You can't come in one day and say, oh yeah, let me do that combination from yesterday with like the 21 or the 32 punches and expect me to remember it. I don't remember it. Mine is just, we go along as it goes, and we put it together as it goes, and if it looks good, we might put it on film, or and it's really just, the purpose of putting on film. Sometimes the fighters like it, oh yeah, man, come here, they put it on Instagram, they do this stuff, it's just fun. But my purpose is to show a fighter what he's capable of doing, that you can roll this way and you can land this punch after you roll that way. And I use the sticks now, not because I invented it. I mean, I've seen other people use them, when I tried to use them. And just like when you buy a car, you start seeing way more of your car on the road than you did before you bought it, And that's how it was with the sticks. Now, I've seen a lot of people use them, what I'm saying? They're just swimmies, what I'm saying, that I wrap in tape, what I'm saying? But I like them because I'm able to pop the fighter, and it's not a smack, what I'm saying? It's enough to make them say, okay, yeah, my hand must not have been up because you hit the side of my temple or you hit my cheek, what I'm saying? So I'm able to make them put their hands up more than I was with pad work because I have a longer reach. And and it keeps their instincts going. So my MittWork isn't choreographed. It's not a routine that comes every day. It's pieces like a 1-2, a 3-piece, double jab. I mean, those are things that all fighters can do. Up hook, brick hook, different combinations that fighters can do, and I just link them together with a little bit of defense. That's how my MittWork, pad work, stick work, whatever you want to call it, is. So people were asking me, well, what do you think about this MittWork? What do you think about this MittWork? Now, this is my theory when it comes to coaches and boxing, and boxers and coaches. Boxing is like Kool-Aid to me. I mean, 2 ingredients, Kool-Aid and sugar. But if you think about it, everybody's Kool-Aid don't taste the same, So when people say, do you think he's a good coach or he's a good coach? Really, it depends on the relationship between the coach and the fighter and how they made it. Because you can have a guy that goes to a coach and says, man, he was terrible, he didn't teach me nothing. But he might have a world champion that he's blended with and they just get along great, So to me, it's, of course, there's such thing as a bad coach and a good coach. But to me, it's based on the relationship. Everything isn't for everybody. Every coach isn't for every boxer. every boxer isn't for every coach. I mean, you might have a coach with 3 world champions on his belt, and a guy comes to him with potential, and they just don't gel together. So that doesn't make him a bad fighter or him a bad coach. The relationship just didn't work. It doesn't work together, you know. So to answer that question, I don't look at it as a bad coach and a good coach. You know, I look at a lot of coaches out here. I look at their videos. I look at some of the things they do, and I'll tell you, I learn from it. If you want to call it stealing, you can call it stealing. But we all are doing the same thing. We're all looking at different things. We all are learning. If you have a coach that is sitting there saying, I don't get nothing from anybody, I'm doing it myself, everything I got comes from me, I'd like to meet him one day, you know, because guess what? I'm going to learn from him too. Because he's great. So that coach that didn't take anything up from anybody, isn't watching and isn't learning new things from new coaches or new fighters, is going to get lost in the game one day. So, in my opinion, like I said, it's just my opinion. But when it comes to pad work, you know, and all the stuff you're seeing with the fast stuff, you know, some of it is in some cases I've seen it's an advanced pity pat. You know what I'm saying? You know, it is routine, but even in that routine, I've seen like Floyd and Roger do a routine where they're throwing punches, and you know, I can't say whether or not in my opinion, it's not instinct. In my opinion, Floyd basically knows what's going on. Anytime you can shut your eyes and still do the pad work, you know the routine. But it's a conditioning routine. You ask the average guy to try to do that for 5 or 10 minutes straight and see if his arms don't give out on him. You know what I'm saying? It does require instincts. He's putting his hand up, he's dipping, he's blocking the body shot, he's doing this, he's throwing a little combination. But you've never seen him do that in a fight. That's just his way of working out. You never seen him just sit there and in a fight. You don't see that. He's just taking pieces of of the MittWork and making it work. One of the greatest fighters to lace up some gloves, in my opinion. But I don't think it's because of necessarily because of Roger's MittWork. The coaching and everything and knowledge comes from Roger and his father and him being in the game. But I don't think MittWork is actually going to make or break a fighter, because bottom line is I can make anybody look good on the mitts. Anybody. You send anybody to me for a month and I'll make them look spectacular. But they might get in the ring and get hit with a jab, and all of that goes down the drain. All of it. So if actually, when it comes to pad work, if you can't relate what you're being taught on the pads to the ring, if it's that type of pad work, then it's no good for you anyway. You might not be that, nothing can help you. Anybody can look good on the pads. Anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but are you teaching techniques? You should be. You should be. So to answer the question, my MittWork isn't choreographed. You know what I'm saying? It's different every day. Anybody that I work with will tell you we do different stuff every day, or we do the same stuff in different ways, if you want to say that. Every now and then we'll put a new combination together, or a fighter say, look, I've been doing this, can you blend this in? And I'll say, yeah, hold up, what is it? He said, yeah, it's a double uppercut, blah, blah, whatever it could be, I'm sure any combination that the guy names, there's somebody in front of him to say, oh yeah, I was doing that back in the day, man. I was doing that. So it's I won't say boxing lacks originality, but everything's been done before, according to anybody else. Nobody's gonna be the creator of anything. So back to the MittWork. Do I think pad work benefits a fighter? Yes. Does it guarantee that a fighter looks as good on them pads as he will in the ring? Definitely not. So one coach's opinion, pad work, is it vital? Some guys will say yes, some guys will say no. I think the majority of world champions do pad work. It helps your instincts. It helps, your coach should be able to tell you whether or not you're throwing your punches correctly, whether or not, you're putting your body weight the right way, whether or not you're on balance. That's what it's for. You know what I'm saying? Sure, I don't think you're ever gonna see anybody with the best mitt work seeing it in the ring. You might see parts of it, but I doubt you see the whole routine in the ring. So one coach's opinion, got a little bit long, just 10 minutes. Tell me what your thoughts are. You know what I'm saying? Tell me who you see doing some good mitt work. I mean, just let me know what you think. I'm out.